Hello and welcome to SCAN, a show brought to you by SCAN, the Social Communities Activities Network. SCAN is a nonprofit agency dedicated to helping active adults stay informed, empowered, and inspired. I'm your host, Tracey Wolfman, and I am the CEO and owner of We Care Adult Care and a board member here at SCAN. This program offers information and insight to educate and inform you on services in the community that are available, as well as discuss our program offerings on site here, at our location on the lower level of Monmouth Mall, and at our satellite locations in Freehold, Keansburg, and Ocean County. Our guests are experts who provide you with the latest information. We hope to give you valuable resources that you may not know about. I'd like to welcome my guest today, Kristina Wheeler Pruitt from Boomers Magazine. Boomers is a quarterly local lifestyle magazine that targets people over the age of 50 in order to provide valuable content to connect businesses to boomers throughout the region. Thank you so much, Kristina, for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, boomers is such a large group of people.
Yes.
We said from 1946 to 1964.
Correct, yep.
72 to 53.
It's a lot of people.
They once said it was the largest and the greatest generation that ever existed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now we have other generations that are coming in trying to outdo the boomers.
How dare they?
Yes, that's what I said. How dare they? But the interesting thing is these people are now, some are still working.
Yes.
Some are retiring.
Right.
And they're all active adults in our community.
Mm-hmm.
They love to get information.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about how your company that you work for started with this magazine.
Well, we saw a need for this segment, actually going back to 2012.
Okay.
That's when we created our first Boomers Plus magazine. And we were ready, we had printed it, we were ready to distribute it, and Sandy hit.
Oh.
And there went all our distribution points, or many of them, and certainly so many residences were negatively affected, so we shelved it. And it stayed on the shelf till about the end of 2015, and we revived it. So we're going into our third year, and we're really excited. It's been growing, and we're getting a lot of positive response, so we're really happy with it.
That is wonderful. Now, your role at the magazine is to do what?
Well, I'm the regional sales director for CW Media, which encompasses Boomers Plus magazine along with the County Woman publication. We cover Monmouth, Ocean, and Atlantic County with that publication. So,
and the County Woman is very kind to SCAN here at Monmouth Mall and does some advertising for us to promote our classes and all our educational offerings, plus provide the community with great education and insight, which I love the magazine, as you know.
Thank you. And that's what we're also trying to do with Boomers, just targeting more the age range versus our female population. We're also, getting our seniors and our active adults in there. As you were saying, there's some people are going into second careers now during this age time.
They go into their second careers and they still want to know what's going on in their communities.
Right, and they're going online or they're still picking up magazines. So, and we're covering both.
I actually looked online to see there's not a lot of offering for boomers. So when you're out there as the regional sales director, you're trying to educate them, offer them opportunities and insight into maybe activities, travel, whatever. There's a whole spectrum that we'll get to later. But what is it like to be out in the community meeting these boomers who you're really printing this magazine off of their interests and connections that you make with them?
I mean, it's one thing to do your research, but it's another thing to be out in the community, speaking with people, hearing about their lives, and figuring out what's the best way to serve,
Right, and what are they doing? So what are some of the highlights of the feedback that you get from them and what they're doing or what they're interested in?
Well, travel's a biggie. A lot of people are traveling. A lot of hobbies, are being, finally maybe there's some time, to do some hobbies.
Right, we all want hobby time, right? But we don't have it.
So those are the big things. So we try to cover even local travel destinations. Right here in New Jersey, as we know, it's incredibly rich, our state, of places. I mean, not only our beaches, but we have our mountainous area up in the northwestern,
part of the
state, and there's so many beautiful spots.
So I think in the state of New Jersey, and specifically in our Tri-County area here, we have some of the best park systems. And the offerings for classes and education, like SCAN here, we just had a big travel expo.
Right.
And it was a big success because everyone wants to get quality information.
Right.
So you're out there soliciting, I would say, businesses that provide services to this clientele.
Yes, and then we also have featured articles that are just there for fun or information. For example, about local wineries and any health and wellness type of information that might be important for people to know about. So then we also have a lot of fun things that we want to include because boomers are fun.
Boomers are fun, or at least they want to think so, right? I'm one of the boomers myself,
I think
so
they are, yeah.
We don't want to think that we're sitting back doing nothing.
No, I mean, look, we're all getting younger every day, in essence, right?
That's right.
With the way we're taking better care of ourselves, we're living longer. 70 is the new 50.
That's right.
So,
and when we're 70, they'll change it again.
Exactly, that's fine.
Yes,
we'll
keep getting us younger.
70 is the new 40, we'll take that.
Right. So some of the articles, are they written by professionals or?
Yes. So we have some staff writers, and then many of our articles are written by people who are coming in to inform and make the connection to the population. So they're giving really good, valuable information
that entices the boomer population.
Yes.
To be able to participate in their activities, their travel. What are some of the destinations that the boomers are heading to?
Wineries are
one of the biggies.
It's one of my favorites.
Yes, isn't it all of ours?
Definitely, we have some features on Cape May. A lot of people like to go down there from this area for bird watching and restaurant for the foodies. There are a lot of great restaurants.
They're having a lot of food truck shows lately that I noticed that a lot of I guess my age group and older are attending now.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to try the diversity of all the different ethnic cultures.
It does seem a trend to have the convenience of bringing a lot of different restaurants together. Even in buildings, I've noticed now they're doing sort of these upscale food courts and things like that so that you can get a taste of a lot of different things in one spot.
Right. And also, I think it's a need for the boomers because they have probably requested these things and or are saying this is their interest and they're trying to accommodate them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think even when you go to these outdoor shopping centers now, I mean, everything is geared, and I hate to use this term, people are having knee replacements and hip replacements and they have to be accessible to get, whether you're
It has to be
using,
convenient, absolutely.
Right.
And I think every age wants convenience anymore,
Oh yeah, well this is true. So I just wanted to talk about the Boomer Plus magazine. You have 2 quarterly magazines that are direct mail and distributed throughout South Jersey region with a total readership 84,000 people.
Yes.
I mean, that's a lot of people.
I know. We feel it's a responsibility with that many readers. So
I mean, when you think about the total population, I think we said across the country is 75 million boomers. That's statistics that it's probably growing by the day, right? So when we have 84,000 throughout South Jersey regions, I mean, that's a lot of people. Do they send in their requests for information? Or?
Absolutely.
Oh, they do?
We're getting a lot of positive feedback from the readers, and that really helps us shape what we're doing. We want to know what people are thinking about it, and then we're able to better serve
them.
Yeah.
So what's some of the feedback that they're sending in?
They love,
Because some people are very opinionated and some give you very gentle, nice comments.
Yes,
and I appreciate both when I'm talking to people about different subjects.
Yeah, well, as long as it's constructive and helpful. I think sometimes maybe someone's just having a bad day,
Right.
But no, generally it's been very positive. And because we're covering a lot of bases, that's part of the feedback we're getting. People appreciate that. It's they like the lifestyle pieces as well as medical technology pieces and things like that.
Yeah, get into the specifics of what you're producing then. But when they send their comments in, are they asking for more information, more giveaways?
Oh, sure. Well, everyone loves free stuff.
Right.
So yeah, we do a lot of that, and it's to help also with local culture, to promote local arts, and things like that. We know that boomers are big on that, so we are trying to help that along as well.
A lot of communities and towns are now having outdoor festivals.
Yeah.
So they have food typically, they have the art and culture.
Yes.
And do you know, and I'm just asking this off the cuff, is it the people that are attending these events probably are more boomers than anything else?
Again, I think it's convenience and time. If you're a younger family with smaller or younger children, maybe you don't want to drag everybody to,
a street
an
fair.
event, right, or something where you're going to have a nice picnic, and listen to some music. It's very relaxing. So yes, I agree with the statement. You see a lot more of the boomer population doing things like that.
So they're usually gearing those, I've noticed anyway, towards that population.
Yeah.
And then they have I think a larger diversity of opportunities for them to not only get exposed to new interests that they might have, but also to network with other people around their own age.
Absolutely.
Because so many of the people, if you're living in the senior community, you might be isolated just within that community, and when you can get out there.
Yeah.
So the Boomer magazine that you are now offering gives them insight into all of these things, and we'll talk about specific articles when we're done.
Yep.
Getting back to, you're striving to connect businesses to boomers plus demographics, and your magazines are dedicated to offer business the opportunity to engage with the consumer.
Right.
Because the consumer has that purchasing power.
Absolutely.
So connecting boomers and businesses and dedicating businesses to the Boomer magazine.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it.
I think that once people get exposed to it, and then you have more interests and people commenting on what you're providing.
Yes.
And then you'll be giving more giveaways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we already have a good amount going, so.
So Kristina Wheeler Pruitt, the Regional Sales Director, has been in this position for how long?
I have worked with this CW Media for about 10 years.
Oh, very good.
I took a hiatus for a couple years and came back close to 2 years ago.
Very good.
So right when Boomers initially launched, I was there for that. So,
all right. Yeah. So I look forward to talking about what we have inside this magazine when we return from our commercial break. And I once again want to thank you, Kristina, for bringing this to us today, and look forward to finding out what's inside this great magazine.
Fantastic.
So we're going to take a short break here on Welcome to Scan. We will return with more important information for you right after these brief messages. Thank you.
Take it from me. Living with a chronic disease is no easy task, but I learned to better manage my health condition. And you can too. Take Control of Your Health is the chronic disease self-management program created by Stanford University. This fun, innovative course is now offered to all county residents. Diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, cancer. Take Control of Your Health gives proven strategies to manage these conditions and reclaim your life. See how nutrition, exercise, and various mind techniques can help you overcome depression, increase energy, and manage pain. You'll not only get this book when you participate, you'll also receive the guidance and support of others living with a chronic illness, just like you. Take control of your health in 6 short sessions.
Call the number on your screen to register or get further information at scannj.com. Brought to you by SCAN, Social Community Activities Network, with funding made available by the Monmouth County Office on Aging.
Welcome back to Welcome to SCAN. I am pleased to have here today Kristina Wheeler Pruitt from Boomers Magazine, who's telling us about all the great things and offerings for boomers in the state of New Jersey. So, Kristina, again,
Yes.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
A unique magazine committed to providing the readers with a combination of information that pertains to health, fashion, leisure, financial planning, pets, home, living, and local events.
Yes.
That's a lot to cover in one magazine.
It is.
So, tell us about the magazine now and what's inside it and where we can get it. So we'll start with what's inside the magazine.
So we're focusing on local businesses.
Okay.
We want people to know what's going on right in their own backyard.
Right.
And we want to help make the connection between those businesses, medical practices, boutiques, you name it, and our boomer population,
Right.
which we saw a need for. As I mentioned earlier, back in 2012, we saw a need for it back then. And after the hurricane and the recovering from that, there was still a need for
Nobody
it.
had to focus on anything else but trying
yeah,
to survive.
Absolutely. It was a rough time.
It was.
But yeah, still there was no publication that we felt served this population appropriately. There's a lot of, forgive me for saying, old people.
No.
Old people publications and boomers are not old people.
They certainly are
Boomers
not.
are vibrant, wonderful, active, working a lot of the time, human beings
Right.
who are, as we were saying, 70s and new 50, what have you. So, we really wanted to provide something that would be interesting, educational,
Right.
also fun.
Right. Fun.
So
Hence,
that's
SCAN, Social Community Activities Network, is
Yes.
for the active aging
Yes.
person.
Right. So, and a lot of our boomers are taking care of elderly parents.
Yes.
So we have a
Dual
need,
roles.
absolutely, and adult children or younger children. People are having children older and older now too. So there's a lot going on in this age segment.
So much going on,
Yeah.
and it covers such a wide variety of people, if
Yes.
we're saying from 70 to 50, because you can have your 70-year-old who's doing better than some 50-year-olds.
Yes, you
Trust
can.
me.
Yep.
Fashion. I know the boomer generation is definitely into fashion.
Absolutely.
Because they have geared,
Love to shop.
love to shop, geared lots of ads, and they want a good bargain.
Absolutely.
So inside of our Boomer magazine that we have here, Kristina, let's go through some of the things that are in the magazine and who's providing the free giveaways.
Oh, yes, that's the fun part.
Yes.
So, we're smart enough to know you have to give people not only valuable information, but fun stuff too. That's
Right.
why, you got to keep it light and, give them really solid content, but also some fun things. So we on the cover, we have our Bayside Dentistry practice along with several other medical professionals, which is of interest, I would think, to any age group. So we're not trying to target boomers just with medical, so, but we have all care physical therapy. We have several other practices in here that want to talk to this segment.
And to back up just for a minute, because everyone between 50 and 70 is using physical therapy.
Yeah, especially if they're active.
Especially if they're active. I
Yeah.
mean, whether you're going for knee replacements or hip replacements, or you're
Yeah.
being injured doing some active activity,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what everyone's out and about. So, all right, so the physical therapy.
Right. So, and we have, to be more specific, we have a dermatologist, we have a pharmacist.
Everyone needs a dermatologist for the skincare.
Gastroenterologists. We have pain management. So there's a lot of bases
Medical.
covered there. And then we also have some more lifestyle topics, education. We have a couple photographers in here that are fantastic. topic. So if people want to do family portraits and things like that, absolutely, this is a good resource for that.
Think about that. Family portraits, grandparents, parents, grandkids.
Right. We also have some legal advice, free legal advice. Who doesn't need that?
Okay, so as a nurse, the legal advice, everyone needs to have their documents in place, and they usually always forget to do those things.
Yes. In fact, I was just thinking how I haven't done that for myself as I was driving up here today. So, yeah, it's a good reminder. So, and there's some real solid guidance as to, the best way to go about that. We have some specific topics that include things about wills and trusts and things like that. So
very important.
And and then we get into the foodie stuff.
So we talked about that, and everyone has to eat 3 meals a day or more.
Right. So how yummy do you want your food to taste? We have some recipes in here. So again, just keeping it fun, and the recipes are actually designed by a chef that we know, and she's a personal chef that
more health conscious.
Yep, and would actually come to your home and cook for you and freeze your meals.
Oh, I like that.
So her food is excellent. So yeah, some recipes. And, and then we also have Stars of the Community. That's a feature that we're providing for people to just point out some players in the community who are doing really great things, whether it be through their job or through
like a volunteer organization.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have that. So if anybody has someone they would like to submit for our Stars of the Community, they are welcome to do that.
Oh.
They can, this is the magazine, they can go online to boomersplusmag.com, or they can pick one of these up. We're in a lot of supermarkets and libraries and things like that. If you cannot find a Boomers Plus magazine, you're welcome to give us a call, or go online again to boomersplusmag.com and then request one, and we'd be happy to send it.
So also you drop these at some of the adult communities, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So they're getting dropped off at local communities. They can order them directly from you online.
Yep. And they're free.
Or I was going to say, no cost. What a great thing is that?
Yeah.
So if they live in a community that's not currently being serviced, they can just call your phone number and they can get done.
Absolutely.
What about if they wanted to download it online? You have a digital component to the magazine?
We do. You can view the magazine digitally on our website. Yep.
Okay, so we save a few more trees.
Yeah.
And I know there's things in there that you didn't discuss because there's a lot of giveaways.
Yes.
So tell me a few things that you're giving away in the magazine.
Well, I mentioned earlier about Cape May. A lot of people from this region will go down to Cape May for a weekend, for example.
Right.
And so Cape May Stage is offering some free tickets to a show. So you can enter through our magazine to get free tickets. So if you know you're heading down to Cape May and you want to see if you can get a free show, why not?
How many free show tickets do you draw?
Or
is that a secret?
Proprietary information, Tracy.
Okay.
I know, but you can win 2. It's one entry per customer. So you go in and there's
so can a husband and wife or sisters can they
each? Yep.
Okay. And you get 1 ticket or 2?
You get 2 tickets.
All right.
Yeah.
So boomers, get out there and get your free tickets. So there's free tickets to the
we have some Broadway show giveaways.
In the city?
Of those. Yep. And then we also, this one's really interesting too, for people who are interested in going to Ocean County. Their historical society does bus tours and things like that. So we have a giveaway for that.
Where are the bus tours going to, if I can?
They go throughout the county and into historic
landmarks in Ocean County?
Yeah.
Very
so that would be a fun outing.
Yes. And typically, there's a fee for those, so you're giving away tickets and it will cover the costs, and they just get on the bus and go?
Get on the bus.
Wow.
Yeah, so, we really try to, again, provide, we want to give back to the community. always through all
Right.
of our magazines. We always want to make people aware of what's going on. We want to support local businesses, always.
Right. And the local businesses, more specifically, that are catering to the needs of the boomer generation.
Absolutely.
Because there are people that don't think about that generation and how they need specific things.
Right.
We have people that commit to pediatrics. You know,
Right.
you'll go into a pediatric dentist and there's all kinds of fun things going on, but this population does need some specific select differences than most of your places might need.
Yeah, and it's again too, it's such a wide variety of people. So it's a wide net of topics and interests, and yeah, we're trying to cover it all.
And then anybody who's interested in advertising, they can advertise in the magazine by contacting you because
Yes.
you're the regional sales director.
Yes.
You cover the entire state of New Jersey?
Just from Monmouth down to Cape May.
Okay.
So yeah, absolutely. It's also as easy as, again, going online. We have a media kit there. If anyone's interested, they can see everything there as well.
So Media Kit, do you do press releases in there? If somebody's having like scan, we're having, because it's Older Americans Month this month, as
That's
you know.
right, yes.
Engage at every age.
Yep.
To do things like that?
Yeah, any interest at all in communicating with this segment, we will have a conversation and see
Okay.
what we can do. You know.
Because I think once people know that the magazine is out there and they can apply, not to repeat again, but can they go online and apply for these free giveaways online, or they have to have the magazine here?
They have to have the magazine. We have some social media offers on
Okay.
Facebook and Twitter. There are links there as well where you can enter for certain things.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you know, part of it, of course, is we want people to pick these up. So
And solicit the businesses that are nice
Absolutely.
enough to advertise and provide services
absolutely.
to the boomer population.
Right.
So what do we see coming ahead in the next few years for
well,
our boomers?
growth.
Because we're
Well,
in there.
Right.
Right?
And as they grow, we hope to grow as well. We want to bring more information. You know, from the printing side of things, of course, we have to be very mindful of being digitally present as well.
Yes.
So we have a really beautiful website. We're happy with how things are going digitally, but we also know the tactile experience of the print is something that's still important to many people, especially on the beach.
Yes.
You can't look at your phone on the beach. So,
No, you certainly
can't. So during the summer months, we're definitely printing more.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
It's been such a pleasure to have you here today, Kristina, and I love the whole concept of Boomers Magazine.
Thank you.
And I think some of our subscribers who participate in SCAN and who also watch our community show here would be happy to know that there's things of interest and giveaways for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We hope so.
Well, it is, because it's such a big need now.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you so much. Anybody who wants the Boomer Magazine, either get it online, call Kristina, and she can deliver them to you. So I thank you all so much for tuning in to Welcome to SCAN. I hope that you enjoyed it and learned some helpful tips. Now it's your turn. We'd love to hear from you and what's on your mind. Please call SCAN today at 732-542-1326, or you can email us and send us your show ideas. Thank you for watching, and keep well until next time.